The population of the United States is growing every year and will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. At the same time, more and more Americans are living in cities. In the 2020 census, 56 urban areas had a population of more than 1 million. In this video, we will take a look at every single one of them.
Just peaking above the 1 million threshold is Fresno, California, the smallest city we will cover in this video. Moving on, we have Tulsa, Oklahoma, Honolulu, Hawaii, Tucson, Arizona, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Rochester, New York. All mentioned so far has a population of just over 1 million. Here, we use numbers for metropolitan areas. At the end of the video, we will talk more about that. Passing over 1.1 million, we find Birmingham, Alabama in place 50, and Buffalo, New York at 49. 1.2 million we find in Hartford, Connecticut, Salt Lake City, Utah, and New Orleans, Louisiana. At place 45 we have Richmond, Virginia, trailing Memphis, Tennessee, and Louisville, Kentucky. At 1.4 million, the capital of North Carolina, Raleigh, and Oklahoma City. Milwaukee, Wisconsin is at 1.5 million and in place 40. Jacksonville, Florida, and Providence, Rhode Island is at 1.6 million, and Virginia Beach is close to 1.8. Nashville, Tennessee is our last city on 1 million, just short of 2 at 1,989,000. Just over 2 million inhabitants, we have San Jose, California, and Cleveland, Ohio. Passing into the top 35, we change color to yellow and stack markers to indicate population size. One marker for every million inhabitants. Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, and Kansas City is at 2.1 million. And in place 30, we find Cincinnati, Ohio, trailing Las Vegas, Nevada, and Austin, Texas at 2.2 million.
Been saving every penny for to make up through the fall. Working for that dollar, but it never adds up at all. Coming around the riverbank where the old train whistle sang. The very next thing you hear from me, I've been tied to a ball and chain.
At 2.3 million, we have Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Sacramento, California. And at 2.5 million, Portland, Oregon, and San Antonio, Texas. Charlotte, North Carolina, and Orlando, Florida stands at 2.6 million. St. Louis, Missouri is at place 21, and Baltimore, Maryland is at place 20, with 2.8 million inhabitants. At place 19, we have Denver, Colorado, at 2.9 million, and the top 18 all have more than 3 million inhabitants. At place 18, Tampa, Florida, at 3.1 million, is marked in green, and San Diego, California is at place 17 with 3.2 million. 3.6 million live in the greater Minneapolis, Minnesota, that places at number 16. Passing over 4 million, we are now in the top 15, with Seattle, Washington just over 4 million. Detroit, Michigan is at place 14 with 4.3 million, and the so-called Inland Empire bordering Los Angeles, including San Bernardino and Riverside, at 4.5 million is at place 13. Hilly San Francisco at 4.7 million is in place 12, with its Bay Area on the coast of the Pacific Ocean, fast growing during the 1800s and the gold rush, to be almost destroyed by the 1906 earthquake. San Francisco is today a vibrant city, famous for its LGBTQ scene. cable cars, and the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. Fast-growing Phoenix, Arizona, with 4.8 million, is in place 11. Located in the Sonoran desert climate, temperatures reach scorching levels in the summer. While the city was established in the 1800s with a large agriculture sector, today the economy is driven by more advanced industries and the buildings are comfortably cooled by air conditioning. Entering the top 10, we have Boston, Massachusetts at 4.9 million. Home to both Harvard and MIT, Boston is famous for its educational contribution to the US. It is also one of the oldest cities in the country, established by European settlers, dating back to 1630. In 9th place, we jump up slightly to the 6 million of Atlanta, Georgia, that we mark in blue. Being the birth town to Martin Luther King Jr., Atlanta was a major organizing center during the civil rights movement. Today, Atlanta is a transportation hub and is home to many airlines as well as shipping and packaging companies. Only slightly larger with 6.1 million, Miami, Florida finishes 8th. The metropolitan area stretches along the Atlantic coast, with Miami located to the south and cities like Fort Lauderdale and Pembroke Pines further north. In 7th place with 6.2 million, we have Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This metropolitan area includes the areas of New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, as well as Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is one of the oldest cities in the United States, founded in 1682, and is one of the only 2 cities in the US with a World Heritage status. In 6th place, the 6.3 million living in the greater Washington, D.C. area places. With D.C. in the middle, the metropolitan area includes parts of Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. With a highly educated, high-earning population with top marks in health evaluation, the area is home to the political center of the United States, the White House, as well as an advanced economy with science, engineering, and IT sectors. And to reach the top 5, we are going over 7 million inhabitants. In place 5 with 7.1 million, Houston, Texas. The fast-growing economic hub of Texas include, in addition to the 2.3 million inhabitant city of Houston, the Woodlands, Sugarland, and more. Houston is an ethnically diverse city, down close to the Mexican Gulf, with a vibrant economy and is home to a multitude of the largest companies in the world. With its geographical location, it sees yearly storms and hurricanes, and the occasional tornado, on top of high temperatures in the summer. The economy is dominated by the energy sector, with oil and natural gas in the top, and growing renewable investments. In place 4, staying put in the same state, Dallas with 7.6 million inhabitants. The area includes Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, and more surrounding cities. Located in the northeastern parts of Texas, Dallas is home to a large culture and sports sector. The ever-growing economy of the area is dominated by financial and banking services, and is also home to a significant IT sector, with all the dominant companies present. American Airlines is headquartered here, and was the largest employer in the area in 2020. And in 3rd place, the largest city in Illinois, Chicago, with 9.6 million people. Apart from the city center and the suburbs of Chicago, parts of Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana is included in this metropolitan area. Located on the shore of Lake Michigan, Chicago is an international hub with a diverse economy home to, among many others, Boeing, Kraft Heinz, McDonald's, United Airlines, and Sears. The so-called Windy City is also seeing a growing tourism industry and has a vibrant cultural scene. And by the Pacific Ocean over in California, 13 million people live in Los Angeles, that places 2nd on the list marked in purple. The Los Angeles metropolitan area includes, alongside the around 4 million people living in the city of Los Angeles, Long Beach, Anaheim, and more. Famous for the sunny weather, the densely populated downtown Los Angeles is surrounded by a sprawling, less dense area. The Hollywood industry and Beverly Hills makes this the entertainment capital of the Western Hemisphere, and jam-packed with celebrities. And finally, the top city in the United States, New York metropolitan area, with its over 20 million inhabitants marked in pink. The so-called tri-state area includes the 8 million people living in New York City, as well as the population of Long Island, great parts of the Hudson Valley, a bunch of cities in New Jersey, and a large part of Connecticut. While this might include parts that are quite far from Manhattan, the New York City center is also the largest city in the US. New York is an economic powerhouse, home to many of the largest global corporations. The Wall Street Financial Center, the United Nations headquarters, Central Park, the skyscrapers of downtown Manhattan, and the huge number of recognizable landmarks like One World Trade Center, the Brooklyn Bridge, Empire State Building, and the Statue of Liberty makes the Big Apple a tourism hub and a truly iconic city in every sense of the word. As we have mentioned multiple times in this video, these numbers are based on the metropolitan areas and not just city centers. In more cases than one, this includes part of land that would be difficult to call a city, if even urban at all. Comparing cities between nations or even states within nations is difficult, and you're often in the hands of many local and regional administrators' view of what counts as part of a city or metropolitan area or not.
I have earlier visualized the population growth of the United States from 1790 to 2020, as well as the health situation for the United States. You can check out those videos if you're interested through the links in the description below. You can support me further by pressing the join button down below and becoming a member on my channel. Thank you so much for watching.
Been saving every penny for to make up through the fall. Working for that dollar, but it never adds up at all. Coming around the riverbank, heard the old train whistle sing. The very next thing you hear from me, I've been tied to a ball and chain.